Hi, everyone. This is Rebecca Minkus Lieberman. And since we are coming close to the start of Hanukkah, which begins on Sunday evening this year, I wanted to share just a short teaching about Hanukkah and I think a way to take this teaching into our everyday lives as parents. So the teaching comes from the Sfat Emet, who was a Hasidic teacher in the 1800s. And there's a beautiful teaching that he offers about the way that we can understand the lighting of the Hanukkah candles each night. And the text that offers this teaching says, the meaning is that the Hanukkah candles illuminate each Jewish soul so that she or he can look at himself or herself with a gaze that is necessary for every person. Because seeing that the miracle of Hanukkah occurred with the lights, the power of the candles is to enlighten anyone whose eyes have become darkened from seeing. So I think this is such a beautiful text and has so many applications for our everyday lives. But I think what the Sfat Emet is doing here in this text is allowing us to see the lighting of the candles, something that we do each night for 8 nights of Hanukkah, as a tool of self-reflection, a tool for self-inquiry, and really that each candle is like a mirror for us, that the light of the candle allows us to see ourselves in a new light, right? He says that each candle illuminates each Jewish soul in a gaze that's necessary for that person. So to think about this idea in relating to our parenting lives, I think can be very powerful. Because, on Hanukkah, we talk all about the miracles that are part of the Hanukkah story that we share with our children, of the few being victorious over the many, about courage, about fighting for what we believe in, standing up for what is right, and preserving our identity. But when we do this action each night, and if we're doing it with our children, lighting the candles in the Hanukkah, we can come back to this idea that the Sfat Emet is offering, that the power of the candles is to enlighten us if our eyes have become darkened from seeing. And what does that really mean? I think there's a lot of ways to interpret it. But perhaps as parents, there are moments where our eyes feel darkened from seeing clearly or honestly what is going on in our own parenting lives, in the lives of our children. Sometimes we might have our sight obstructed or clouded over by our own fears, our own anxieties, our own expectations that we have of ourselves, that we put on ourselves, but also expectations that we maybe unconsciously or subconsciously put on our children. And I think that is one way to understand this idea of feeling like your eyes are darkened from seeing, that we're not seeing clearly what is in front of us, or we're not seeing with complete awareness or honesty. And in Peaceful Parent, we spoke a lot about the idea of re'iyah, of how we see our children, how we see ourselves, and how we can try to kind of, filter out all of the layers that sometimes obstruct the way we see our parenting. And that can be doubt, right? Guilt, shame, worry, all different other people's perceptions of us. So I think the power of this teaching as a parenting tool can be really a practice every single night when we light the Hanukkah. To light the candle and consider how that one light that we add each night, that singular light, is a reminder to us to think about what is the light we need to see that night, right? What is the unique light that we need to shine, illuminate more broadly in our own lives as parents, in our children's lives? And how can the light of that Hanukkah candle illuminate our own eyes that may have become a bit darkened from seeing with clarity, seeing with honesty, and seeing with compassion, both ourselves and our children. So I wanted to wish you all a Hanukkah Sameach, a happy Hanukkah, and may your Hanukkah be a holiday that grows in light each night, grows in light in your joy with your family, with your children, and hope to have the opportunity to learn with you all soon.